I have seen guys get so worked up talking about power and torque and which is more meaningful in the truck that it's almost led to fist fights. So let's talk about this in a quiet and rational way. Some people would say that power and torque are two different concepts. I would say rather that they are two ways of expressing much the same thing. And this is important in understanding the performance of a vehicle. Let's determine and explore how important these concepts really are. The torque on an engine is measured on a dynamometer. This measures the force on a shaft as it's twisted and determines the torque. But here is the weird thing. There is no machine that measures power. The only way to figure out the power of an engine is by first measuring the torque on a dynamometer and then using a formula to figure out the power. Horsepower is torque times RPM divided by 5252. Remember that torque is developed in an engine by the force acting on a piston and a connecting rod acting on the throw of the crankshaft. But for power, time comes into the picture because the formula introduces crankshaft revolutions per minute. So power is the rate of doing work. It's a little abstract, but there it is. This is what the Truck Maintenance Council says. Net horsepower is used for determining cruise speed power demand. Torque is the necessary force to get the vehicle moving, to pull a grade, and horsepower is what enables you to maintain speed on a grade. Remember that power is associated with movement and speed. So as you're stationary, about to launch this vehicle, there is no movement here at the wheel and there is no power. As the torque of the engine is multiplied through the low gears or through the torque converter of an automatic transmission, the truck begins to move. It is torque which accelerates the vehicle. But then, once it's up to speed, it is power which keeps the momentum up. Many years ago, I was involved in a truck test. We had two trucks equally rated with equal loads, both driving up a 5% grade. As we were driving, this other truck passed me at about this speed. And it's bothered me all these years. Why did he pass me? Because I was driving at full throttle. Well, the reason was that I had a transmission that had wide steps and I was only able to negotiate that hill at lower RPM. He had narrower steps and was able to do it at higher RPM where higher power was. That is why he passed me. Note that the current crop of engines produces peak torque at 1,000 RPM or less and power at those low speeds as well, all due to improved turbo and fuel injection technology. So with peak power available at lower RPM, it leads to improved speed on grades.